Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And something we forgot to mention, and to correct ourselves of something we said during the Indy report for the Tuesday night special, Christopher Lambert, Lyndon Ashby, and I do believe Bridget Wilson are all featured as voice actors for the skin packs for the DLC for Mortal Kombat 11 for the movie skins, which is possibly the coolest news we forgot to mention for this week. Which I apologize, and at the same time, man, I can't wait to use Raiden as Christopher Lambert. And besides getting a chance to use Christopher Lambert as Raiden in a classic game of Mortal Kombat, I think it's time for us to talk about a couple of the games trying to make their way to the Steam machine, or at least a planet far away from here, as we go into a very special Black Friday edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the website known as GameJolt.com with their said game, Long House. Or is it Long Haul? According to the Maestro, I was right with the first one with Long House. And this game automatically reminds me of an episode of Hercules, The Incredible Journey. Mostly because it's a whole bunch of giants trying to attack a peaceful land. Yeah, I do believe that did happen during one of the episodes of Hercules. Or was it Xena? Either way, here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides using towers to defend your homeland, they also allow you to use catapults and whatever that molten magma thing they would have on the side of castles to prevent giants from destroying your stuff. And apparently, according to the Maestro with his input, he said there should be a trapdoor for them to fall down. Yeah, that's simple and effective. Added in too. And the next game that we have up, besides using simple traps to take out large giants, comes from the itch.io page of RBD Interactive with their said game, Holdu Folk. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Fatal Frame, but a little hint of Deadly Premonition in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future that whatever sort of scary monster you run into, they give you something a little bit more useful to defend yourself with than a camera. But then again, if it's anything like Fatal Frame, that camera might be one of the most powerful things in your inventory, and probably you can trap them inside the picture. Here's hoping that you can do that too. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers OKyo Games. Nice developer name, by the way, with their said game, Neon Beats. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Flappy Bird's Pong with a little hint of Portal in there as well, since certain levels you have to go through a portal to make it to other levels. Yeah, that's a thing. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they give you a chance to actually customize your Neon Beat-like logo to try to make your way through the stage. Cause granted, a square is cool and all, but I would love to see if I can create a star or a rhombus, and Maestro's already saying no, that's a bad idea with a couple of the level designs, but at the same time, you know, add those shapes in for different difficulties, you know, for those who want to really challenge themselves. Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, add that in too. And the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Scumhead. Nice itch.io page name, by the way, with their said game, Lycanthorn. And a nice name for the game too. And this game automatically reminds me of Doom. Yeah, definitely reminds me of Doom. And here's hoping in the near future, besides getting a chance to use not only an axe and ninja stars to take out your opponents, but they also give you a medieval flail to take out certain enemies as well from a distance, but yet still get that satisfying blunt hit on the said creature. And Maestro said, why won't you just use a cat o' nine tails to try to take out an enemy? And I don't know if that's going to be effective against these creatures, because some of them look like they can really hurt you. And a cat o' nine tails, I don't think that's going to get the job done. What about a Morning Star? Yeah, Morning Star. How about that? Well, the Maestro agreed on that term, so with that, folks, we head into the next game besides using medieval weapons to try to take out extremely demonic-like creatures with the next game that we have up, which comes from the developers of Motion Studios with their set game, Z Crew, which sounds like a sci-fi original movie right off the bat, or at least a spin-off for Z Nation. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Maestro, write that down. But besides that, folks, this game automatically reminds me of Dead Nation, with a little hint of Champions of Norak in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they allow you to actually take shelter in different houses while you try to make your way to next level. Yeah, because I got a feeling at night things are going to get extremely dangerous and you might want to hunker down in a house to prevent you from getting killed by these mass number of zombies, or giant oversized scorpions, or even spiders according to the Maestro. You're kidding about the last one, right? Oh no, he's not kidding about the giant spiders. They're in this game. So yeah, flamethrower please for the giant oversized spiders. And the Maestro said it's already in there, so moving on. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Substance Games with their set game, Miner Dig Deep. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Dig Dug, but a little hint of Motherlode in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they give you chances to upgrade your equipment depending on how deep underground you decide to go, and also help you get better equipment to dig to those further places underground. And with the fact that they already added in a mine cart and an elevator, bonus. So good job, guys. And besides mining underground for gold, diamonds, or whatever you can find to help you upgrade your gear, the next game that we have up comes from the developers Meteor Mug, nice name by the way, with their set game, Push Your Family. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only National Lampoon's Vacation, whether it be the original or the remake, and a little hint of Gang Beats in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that with certain areas that you go to, and the Maestro already said it's already in there, you can actually push them into different rides that you're near. And apparently the Maestro, to prove my point, decided to show me a picture of somebody getting pushed into a roller coaster. Right. Is he okay? Apparently, according to the Maestro, absolutely not. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week, besides a family vacation gone wrong, comes from the developers Moonlord Game Studios. Nice developer name, by the way, with their set game, Awakened Dark Space. And this game automatically reminds me of not only Amnesia, but a little hint of Evil Dead in there as well. And the reason why in the world we said Evil Dead, folks, is because I got a feeling somewhere in that creepy dark castle, the Necronomicon is not too far away in this castle. And here's hoping in the near future, if that evil book is in this game, you can make your way through that castle by hiding and eventually get your hands on that book to send all those evil demons, monsters, spirits, and etc. away. You know, we had to include everything because I got a feeling werewolves are somewhere in this castle too. Maestro's shaking his head, but at the same time, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that are still coming through from a planet far away from here, yet close enough to be beamed into your house in less than 24 hours, you can head on over to the Free Game Planet page, only known as freegameplanet.com, to check out a whole bunch of games that are just out of this world. And if you also want to go ahead and check out any other games that are trying to make their way to the Steam page via the cargo ship, cargo plane, or even subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming button, as well as clicking on that Indy button as well, to check out a whole bunch of cool and classic games that are so classic, some of them even come in black and white. And I'm not kidding. And according to the maestro, that is known as monochrome in the business. Well, I'll just say black and white because, monochrome sounds fancy, but at the same time, unless I'm saying it in one of those old 1920 microphones, it doesn't work. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back to this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.